contemplation in the mountains of Armenia, I want to talk to you about standards. Standards are very important when it comes to setting boundaries and creating terms of agreement with people in your life. When you live your life to a high standard, people will notice. And you might not even need to set a boundary because they will ultimately respect you for your high standards. So this is quite important for you to reflect on what are your standards. I have a very important standard of eating very healthfully. I like to eat a plant-based diet with very high quality food. And when I was in my relationship, we as a family always ate very healthfully. But I found that my partner sometimes would judge me for some of the foods that I chose, especially for the stuff I put in the kids' lunch bags. I mean, I put steamed broccoli in their lunch bag, but I did fruit roll-ups, and fruit roll-ups apparently is not part of the health protocol. That said, when I would get in the car that we shared, I would find wrappers of cookies that he bought in the corner store and he would eat in the car. So he was not living up to the same standard that he expected us to live to, which was quite frustrating and caused arguments. Another example could be you have set a term of agreement with your spouse to put the laundry in the laundry baskets. And you get mad at your spouse for not putting the laundry there. But then there are days where you don't and you leave the laundry on the floor. So when you have that conversation, since you're not living up to that standard, you're going to have a hard time setting that boundary. So what I would like you to do now, after watching this video, is to reflect on what are your standards. Are you living up to your standards? Because if you can live up to your standards, then you can ask other people to live up to them as well. And that could be a form of setting boundaries or terms. But if you're not living to your standards, that might make it more complicated. If I meet somebody new and I say I only want to have healthy food in the house, and then I go off and eat McDonald's, they're not going to respect my standard. I have to always be eating healthy food. And once in a while, together, maybe we can say, let's break it. Let's go get some junk food. It's okay once in a while to get junk food. It's just not on a regular basis. So it's very important for you to think about what are your standards. And then other people can fall in line with them. And maybe it can help you set boundaries without actually setting the boundaries. So there are 3 different ways now to set a boundary. One is to sit down with them and with love and talk it through with them in a safe space without judgment, telling them how you feel and how you expect to be treated. They're setting terms as you go through the relationship, saying, oh, well, I don't really like that. Oh, that's something I really like. What do you think? Do you agree with that? Can we agree on that? And then the last one is by example, modeling your standards. And then other people will follow them as well. Let me know in the comments below how that sits with you, how that settles with you, and how you live that in your own life.